Hey guys, I'm gonna be doing this video on on basic energy work. You know what? I realized that there is so many people that really don't get the explanation, or that haven't gotten the explanation when they're starting to research these things. Like, oh, what? What? I want to learn to do this, but I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to go through and give a basic explanation and then some exercises that can help you guys out, alright? First things first is energy work is one of the most basic things. It is basically moving energy from one place to another, doing things. Tai Chi is a prime example. Qigong, as they start to call it, as some people call it. And you got a couple different things that use it explicitly, especially in Asian culture. In the Western form, they use it still. The church, many of the churches, they use the energy of the excess people, and the priest, who are supposedly divine, connected to God, this is especially within the Catholic system, that take it and they can use it basically out prayer and belief. So this is kind of like the excess that they use for rest of the individuals out there that don't have access to that excess that people put out without having to steal it. Yes, you shouldn't steal it. For those out there that do steal it, I will find you. Anyway, but you use the stuff from yourself. Okay, so the first things first is the basic rule that you should know. And if you don't know, and if you try and get around it, there is really no way to get around it. You play within the system, because otherwise it will bite you in the ass as soon as you get it right there. But first things first is the energy work occurs within the self, and whatever you do comes back threefolds generally, or it comes back within a karmic balance, however you want to call it. Karma, dharma, same basic concept. Okay, you do something bad with it, it will hit you right in the face with it, just as hard, if not harder, usually harder. The threefolds law says that you do something, you take it back 3 times that. You reap what you sow. You do anything that's like, let's say, for example, you do something bad. You use it to get away with stealing something. Well, it'll come back to you 3 times that. So in other words, okay, you use it to steal something or to affect somebody in some way, then it's going to come back and bite you in the ass, and you're going to have your house robbed or something. Let's say you affect somebody. You use it to, like, do something bad to somebody, like make them want to do something. Then you're going to get that same feeling back at you 3 times worse. That's just the general rule, and it's pretty much played out like that from my life. But also, usually when you say threefolds, a lot of people focus on all the bad stuff. You do something good with that, then it's going to come back to you 3 times that. So remember, you do good things, it will come back to you and you will be good. If you do bad things, then it will come back to you and you will not like it. Yeah. So, remember that one. Basic exercises, and yes, I know I'm short to this. It's usually easier if you're wearing either really light clothes or as little clothes as possible. Okay? So because I'm on camera, I am not in my sky-clad form, as one might say. But here's the basic things. The first real exercise that you're going to be learning is you're going to be taking your hand, whichever one's the casting hand. So for most people, it's going to be right-handed. Right-handed is the preferred hand for me. I'm ambidextrous. I should be left-handed, but I'm not. But I learn to do things with my right hand, so that made me ambidextrous. First thing is breathing exercise. Okay, look, you're gonna want to go breathing in from through your nose all the way down into your abdomen. You should feel your chest rise up, and then you breathe. So it's okay. So the first one, you aren't going to be using your hands. You're just going on. You're just letting yourself out. You're letting your breath out away from you. Okay? Next one that you do once you feel comfortable with it, and you can pause the video if you might want to breathe in, breathe out a couple more times. You can pause the video, and then we can continue this. So, alright, next things is you're going to be taking your hand, and you're going to be bringing it up from your lower body right here, your lowest part, as the Eastern culture would say, from your lowest chakra all the way up to your chest. And this is as you're breathing in. As you breathe in, you're going breathing it, bring it up, and then you're going to be, when you breathe out, you're going to let go. You're going to have it out in front of your head like this. Like this. Okay? So you're going to go, so this is the fluid motion. It's going to be just laying it out. This is opening up your points, and you can do it with both your hands, but the first one is going to be starting off with your casting hand. So when you're really going to start feeling it first, it's going to be, it's your next hand. You can alternate. It's best if you have a balance. Alright. Now once you feel comfortable with that, you can and you start to really, you're going to feel kind of like a tingling or kind of electric or a heat sensation going up your hands as you're doing it, and that's, I usually feel kind of like almost like a static electricity, sort of, kind of like a weird little tingly. It's odd, isn't it? Going from your hand or wherever you're channeling it. So, but as soon as you start really feeling comfortable with it, then continue on. If not, pause the video and continue doing this exercise. So the next exercise is then going to be, you're going to take your hands, you're going to put them out here, like so. Okay? And then you're going to attempt to channel from your body, from yourself. You're not really going to have to breathe. If you want to breathe, you can. It's always good to breathe. Yes, don't breathe, my little ones. No. But you breathe, you can do it, and you just are basically trying to force your hands together, except you're using the energy, and you're going to find that it's going to be harder to do so. And you're just basically making what can be called an energy ball. You're going to be rotating it in for yourself, and you can push it in. It's going to be kind of like a slinky almost. And the more you do this, the more you put into it, the more solid it gets, the more dense it becomes. Now, it's not like you can't move your hands into it. Well, eventually you can't. But it becomes more solid in energy mass. And it's not something that you simply see. Simply an energy mass that you do within yourself. And then now that you have this in your hand, take it. Here, it should be at your palm. And then you can push. Now I want you to imagine you make yourself connected with this energy mass, this energy ball, whatever else. Usually it's visualized as that. Once you get connected and just let it flow out away from your hand, you can push with your hand and then pull it back. So it's super simple. And you can let it float out away from yourself and back in. Now, this is a fun thing to do. Honestly, you can have a lot of fun with it. You can make it like a bouncy ball off the room if you really wanted to. It's just basic exercise, though. That's the point of it. It's all about exercising. I don't expect you to do all this the first time. Don't expect you to do all this the first time because it's not exactly super easy. And understanding how it works, that's another matter. You'll learn to do it a lot more. Is what is working for you essentially is what people call aura or chi energy, and this is an energy field around your body that you can manipulate. It's as much part of the body as anything else. Electrical magnetic field, as one might call it as well. It's putting a scientific spin on it. But anyway, yep. Got any questions? Let me know. Once you start mastering this energy field around yourself, once you start learning the interconnectedness of it, then you truly begin to understand what other people are talking about. Like, if you're going to be using energies to realign yourself, to affect people around you and things, and it's all about a different transformation. Another exercise you can do is you can try moving and altering a candle, making it do things with this energy field, and basically projecting it, which means moving it, into that candle itself and making it do things, where it be grow, shrink, move, wave side to side. Waving side to side is pretty easy. You know, I could do that across the room now, bit of practice, and eventually pointing it out. Always fun stuff, you know. Like I always say, keep it real, keep it living, don't get yourself scared out there. Oh, and these are not parlor tricks for parties. I'll find you.